This works. Give me a second. Still trying to figure out best ways to set this thing up. Anyways, that looks all right. Yeah, that looks okay. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Okay, welcome. We're gonna get into a hip 90-90 position. So 90 degrees at the front hip, 90 degrees at the back hip. So the knees bent, hips flexed and extended. Okay, I don't want the pelvis anterior tilted too much. I want you to tuck that pelvis. And from here, we are going to lean forward into the front hip and just relax, sink into that front hip. And just a couple nice deep breaths. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to come out of that and we're going to rotate your chest towards this back knee. And you're going to push that back leg away. Push that back knee away. So we're working our hip external rotation and our hip internal rotation at the same time. Maybe we can make it a little bit active. So what you're going to do is lift that back foot off the ground a few times. And then we can slowly transition to the other side. So again, 90 degrees at the front leg, the knee, 90 degrees the back leg, and then sink that chest into the front leg. A couple of deep breaths, sinking into this hip. Should feel a pinch in the front of the hip. If you do, just kind of change your angle a little bit or come out of it a little bit. You should feel a good deep stretch in the back of the hip. Okay, come out of that, rotate your chest to the back knee. You can push that knee away. Keep the pelvis up. Don't let the pelvis drop, so keeping the pelvis up. And now we can make it active by lifting that back foot off the ground a few times. It's not a big movement, but if your pelvis is dropped, you gotta push that hip forward. In order to do it, if that pelvis is dropped, it's nearly impossible to lift the back leg. So you should be able to lift the back leg if the pelvis is a little bit forward. Okay, from there we're gonna do a few scorpions. So this is lying on your stomach. I'll give you this view here. So you're gonna have one arm to the side and lift the opposite leg, okay? And then reach to the, basically you reach into that hand almost, okay? And we'll just hold it passively to start. So again, a couple nice deep breaths. Let's switch to the other side. So now my right arm is out wide. My left leg is going up and reaching over. And just hang out there passively, a few deep breaths. And now we could do a little bit more dynamic as we're gonna reach a little bit more. So lift the leg up and reach and just tap. And then switch to the other side. Reach and tap your foot. And a few of the EG side. Really squeeze that glute as you're reaching. And one more. Okay, come out of that. Let's just do a few tabletop hip circles. So in a tabletop position, just swinging the hip out, the knee out in one direction. Okay, making some circles, drawing a circle with your knee. And switch directions. And switch legs. And switching directions. Okay, so now we're gonna get into our staples with core. So just classic plank, getting really good at this. So on our elbows are in alignment, are in line with the shoulders, so not too far forward. Elbows in line with the shoulders. And even if we do it on our knees, again, tuck the pelvis, push the elbows away, keep the shoulders away from the ears. So all that's good posture, really practicing that. And again, tuck in the pelvis. And the last thing is pull your knees to your elbows and your elbows to your knees. And just hold this, and you should feel a really strong core contraction even on your knees. Good. Okay, come on to that. So I get my watch to time it. So my philosophy is just nail the fundamentals. You know, there's all types of, you know, extra complex plank stuff you can do, but most of us just need to really nail the fundamentals and just let life deal with everything else. So here we're good. Go, good plank. Push the elbows away. Tuck the pelvis. And holding this for 20 seconds. You can think pulling the elbows to the toes and the toes to the elbows. Keep holding. Another 5 seconds. Okay, take a little break. We'll do the same thing once more with a small option. So back up. Push the elbows away. Shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the pelvis. Pull the elbows to the toes, toes to elbows. And if you want, you can lift one leg and alternate lifting legs, all while maintaining that posture though. So not lifting so high that your back goes with you, just a little leg lift. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, from here, let's go on to our backs. We'll get our bridges in. Okay, so classic bridge, but done well. Tuck the pelvis, okay. Lift the hips, but finish the movement by pushing the knees forward. That's what shovels the pelvis up. Hold that for a second or two. Come back down and repeat that. So you're tucking your pelvis, which flattens your low back. You're lifting, you're pushing your knees away. Hold that for a second and repeat. Flat back, lift the pelvis, push the knees away. You should feel a bit of a stretch in your quads and hip flexors if you're doing it well. And you can tell it's not lift your hips as high as possible, which is just extending through my back. It's a good hip extension. So that's why you're feeling it in the quads and hip flexors. And the glutes are definitely working here. This is a way to protect your low back, make your hips more efficient. Okay, we can try a single leg. So I recommend putting the arms a little bit wider. The same posture, we can go up, but then we can lift one leg and just try to keep the knees together. Okay, try not to let the pelvis drop. Keep the knees together. Hold that. Come back down. Both feet back up, and then we're alternating legs. Both legs up. good plank or good bridge. Lift the knee, keeping them together, avoiding the pelvis dropping. Okay, back down and tuck the pelvis and up. Lift one leg. Great. Back down, other leg. Okay, from here, let's get into our dead bugs. Dead bugs, hands and knees in the air, like you're a dead bug, 90 degrees, okay? If the knees are too close to you, it makes it a little bit too easy, okay? But if you need it a little bit easier, then go right ahead. But we really ideally have them at 90 degrees. The entire time you are flattening your back, really compressing it into the ground, okay? So we can take the right hand, place it over to the left thigh, pushing those together, keeping the low back flat, and dropping opposite arm, opposite leg. I'm doing 8 reps. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, go to the other side. So you really have to hold yourself accountable to keeping your back flat. Press my left hand into my right thigh. And here I go, flatten my back. Keeping that the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more. 8. Awesome. Okay, we got a lot of other stuff to get through, so let's keep moving. We're gonna do so on our sides here. So side planks with a dip. So I always have my my top leg in front. So for me, it is my right leg right now. Top leg in front, and we're just dipping the hip down and then back up. Okay, dip and back up. Having your elbow directly under your shoulder. Okay. So this is 5 for me. We're doing 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch to the other side. Really try to avoid the butt going back. Keep everything nice and lined up. So feet, hips, shoulders, everything's nice and aligned. Okay, so up, here we go. Top leg forward and dropping the pelvis and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Awesome. Okay. Let's do another one of these. So switch to the other side. Top leg forward. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Awesome. Switch to the other side. And elbow under shoulder. Dip in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Awesome. Okay, back onto our backs. Getting some hamstrings work in. Great for our knees. Great for running. Great for so many things. So an extended leg position. Okay, I'll adjust my mat a little bit. So that's not the bridge position, not straight leg, but a slight bend in the legs. Okay. A couple options here. So level 1 is just a hold. Okay. You're definitely going to feel your hamstrings. Level 2 is a hold with a march, okay, and just alternating legs. So that's what I'm gonna do here, okay? So we're looking for about 30 seconds worth, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, up, pushing your heels into the ground, lifting one leg, and marching. Alternating legs every step. Try to keep your pelvis level. And one more. Okay, take a break. And get back in position. So extended leg position, slight bend in the knee. You don't have to worry too much about tucking the pelvis with this one. Kind of neutral pelvis is ideal. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, and up, and alternating legs. Keeping your hips off the ground. Almost there. 5 more seconds. All right. That's great for our hamstrings. All right, next one, reverse Nordics. So this one can be a little intense for some people, so just make sure you're not overdoing it. But it's not much of a movement either, so it's not a big movement, but reverse Nordics, so I'll give you the side view. It's from the side, it almost looks like my bridge position, okay? And I am going to be pushing my knees down, just like when you're doing your bridge, you're pushing your knees forward. So holding that same posture, knees can be whatever width you want, okay? And then as I'm pushing my knees down, I'm leaning back, not arching with my back, just really keeping everything nice and stacked up, leaning back to get a good pull in my quads. And then it's either just back up from there. Another option is you go a tiny bit further and then you break at your hips and then back up, because you're going to hurt yourself with this exercise. It's going to be on the transition from down to up. So either just make sure you're comfortable with your range, don't go too far and back up, or it's you go a little bit further and you break. Okay, so it's up to you, just don't hurt yourself. Here we go, tuck the pelvis, push the knees down, keep everything stacked up. We're going for 5 reps. And back up. I'm going to count 5 seconds on the way down. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Pushing our knees forward the whole time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. So really feeling this in my quads. 2 more. Push down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. This last one I'm going to break at the hip. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break at the hips and back up. Okay, fantastic. We'll do one more reverse Nordic. Small break. And let's get right into it. Last one. Pushing the knees down, tucking the pelvis, leaning back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to be breaking from now on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 2 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And awesome. Okay. So next one we're going to do, so we're actually going to use a little prop of some sort. So I've got a small book here. It's less than 1 inch thick. You can use a rolled up towel, a shoe, just something to prop up the inside of your foot. So show you, so we're doing the burrito foot mobilization because this is going to be nice for leading into our foot clock exercise. Okay, so burrito foot mobilization. You have the inside of your foot propped up on something. Okay, for me it's a book. Again, it can be a shoe, a wedge, some kind of thing that's roughly, well, less than an inch, a little bit less than an inch. And what we're doing is we're getting our center of mass over our foot, and with our foot in this position, so my hips are over my foot, it's forcing the midfoot to mobilize. Okay, it's not big movements, it's incredibly small movements, but just getting your weight on top of your foot in this position over time will really open up your foot. So many of us are super stiff in our midfoot and we don't even know it. We overuse our ankles, overuse our big toe, overuse a lot of things. Okay, so just kind of coming in and out of this, hips over your foot. And after those reverse Nordics, you should feel, you know, your muscles working. So I'm feeling my quads and hamstrings are on. You can feel a bit of an opening in the back of the ankle. That's normal. So it's, you know, somewhat of a calf stretch, but it's more of a foot mobilization, which in my opinion, way more important than a calf stretch. Okay, so again, pelvis over foot with good posture, good alignment. Okay, switch the other foot. It's just the medial forefoot that's elevated. Okay, it's not the entire medial foot, it's not the entire inside of your foot, it's just the medial forefoot. Okay, so my big toe is elevated and my big toe joint is elevated. And I always like to start with my weight back, and I'm sending my hips on top of this foot. Okay, and the muscles engage as a result. Okay. Coming in and out of this. You can also just hold it if you prefer. Okay, and that will set us up well for the foot clock exercise. So we've done this thing every week, so it's a great exercise to target our stability in 3 dimensions. So I like to go hands on my head. It makes it a little bit more challenging. You can go hands on your hips if you prefer. And actually, I'm going to get rid of my yoga mat for this. So standing at the center of a circle, you are reaching out to every hour of the clock. So on my left leg, so that's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I'm really reaching here, so I'm doing a single leg squat as I'm reaching. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. We're going to finish at 9 o'clock. Keeping your chest up. Switch legs. Right leg for me. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 o'clock. Other leg. So I'm going left leg, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. And all your weight is in that center leg. Okay, last one, right leg, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 o'clock. Okay, that was it for today. Thanks for joining. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out. If anyone's dealing with any aches or pains, again, feel free to reach out. And yeah, see you next time.